Hello and welcome back to Virtue's Last Reward. The only thing that's changed from the last recording to this one is the fact that I just got off a phone call that hurt my brain harder than any of the puzzles that have happened in this game up until now. Oh, good God. The person I talked to on the phone can never just end a conversation. I love them dearly, but oh my God, it is so hard just to have a conversation with them sometimes. Okay, where's my key? V, right? There we are. Let's get going. The lock for the door. It says lock. I'm gonna open it, okay? You ready? Yes, of course I am. Get on with it. Right. Here we go then. 3, 2, 1. I found it.
Wait.
Yes?
I just realized something.
Realized what? What's that?
When we were looking at the security footage earlier, we were just looking for live feeds.
Mm-hmm.
We were trying to figure out where the others are, what they were up to, if they were alive, and so on.
Are you implying that these are recordings?
But we totally forgot that security systems like this can do more than show you live footage.
Okay, so you think it's currently live, but how do we access said recordings?
Are you following me?
Yeah. You're talking about stuff that's been recorded, right? Footage of the past. If they store that, we might be able to see it.
Yeah. I don't know how much luck we'll have, but it's worth a shot.
Definitely. Also, how do we do that? How do we go about doing that? What do we do?
Leave that to me.
Great, another computer whiz. You know how to use this thing?
Well, it was designed so that a human could operate it. That means there's a logic to how it's set up. A computer computes, a calculator calculates, and an automobile mobiles. Everything's designed to do something, and once you know what, you can start guessing how. Once you start to figure out how to get it to do things, it's just a question of playing with it until it does the things you want it to. See?
I guess in a sense, but... I mean, isn't there like a thing in coding where you just like can type in random letters as well? Well, not like random letters, but like say like a function is COS colon backslash backslash POIL dot RT6 something, like a huge string of nonsense to the average person, but someone who's actually trained in that field would know how to operate it. Like, what? That the chances of hitting those exact buttons in that exact order, that's in the gazillions of a percent, a gazillions of a fraction of a percent of getting it right. And you just have to continuously try and try again. How are you? No. Monitoring video data. Looks like this is it. Good work.
Knock it off. Makes it sound like you're better than me or something.
No, quite the opposite. In fact, I would assume that you knew how to do all of this. No, wait. What the heck is this? Everything says no data. By the way, this is exactly what I mean. Like, just random things of text.
Let's check the log. Damn it. This isn't good. Looks like all the video data was removed before we got here.
Removed? So if we're in the security room, could anyone have already gotten into here? No, I don't think so. It's not like Quark and them went in through this door. For White by 0?
That would be my guess. All it says here is administrator.
Damn. Well, that's a little frustrating. That footage could have told us a lot.
Yeah. It might have given us what we need to figure out who the killer is, too.
Well, I mean, even if it was Quark and the rest, Dio would have said that they would have passed by him because he had been waiting there, so that's out of the question. 0 Senior.
The camera in room 2 in the crew quarters would have recorded what happened to Alice and Luna. Same for the old woman in the warehouse. And if there was a recording of us being carried into the AB rooms, we could have even figured out who Zero Senior is.
Hey, what's this?
You want to open it?
Yeah.
It says Golem status.
Golem running data. Data, whatever. So, can we reboot Golem? That should be the system logs of those robots. I told you about them in the pantry, remember?
Yeah.
Pantry,
You mean
that's
room
what the
full
place
of
was.
robots on the other side of the green door.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Shoot. Everything here has been erased too.
Looks like it.
So, while we were talking, this was all being deleted in here, maybe? I guess there isn't anything we can... Wait a second.
What is it?
I'm looking for... our boy, GOLM. Or GLM. Yeah, GOLM. Cooper. Where's Cooper? He's not here. There's a scroll bar. Oh, okay. See, like, I had seen that, but I didn't think that or the Sigma would have had to have mentioned that. I thought the characters were smart enough to do that, to check immediately, and just went through the list entirely. Try scrolling. Golem. Huh. There's Cooper again. I knew it. That golem we met is still functional.
What do you mean? I thought you told me Golem, or whatever his name was, started spitting smoke and keeled over.
Yeah. But he said that his, what passes for a golem's brain, I guess, was in the main computer. Only his body was disabled. His brain is probably still functioning. Can we see his logs?
Already on it.
I just realized I didn't read that as Sigma. I read that as more so Junpei, the weak-minded man, the beta male. Then, try the one that says cash. A lot of files. Interesting. These file names just seem like random characters. Whatever. Just pick one and open it, I guess.
Sure. This is...
That's K. Blue. Is that Tenmyoji and Clover? Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, no, that's Phi's hair. That's us being punched. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. This is probably right after, from right after K decked us. We'll be tossed into that white door on the left in a minute. Just watch. Wow. See?
interesting. This is the footage the Golem pulled from the main server. The original data was deleted, but it looks like the stuff he pulled is still here.
Exactly.
So, if we go back through these files...
Yeah. We might be able to figure out who the killer is. Maybe even who Zero Senior is.
Nice. Great work, Sigma.
Thank you. Come on, I told you I don't need... come on, I don't need a... Come on, I told you I don't need you kissing my ass. Besides, it's not like I really did anything. You knew where to look. Start looking, anyway. We started going through the rest of the files. The security footage showed Kay and Dio clearly passing through the white door on the far right.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like they're both fine.
Yes. How much more of that singular recording is there? That just leaves Tenmyoji, Clover, and Quark. I opened my mouth to continue, and then it happened. My vision suddenly blurred, and shaking my head did nothing to clear it. I staggered. My balance gone. Did I just get... Or is this, like, a bad thing? Like, we're getting injected right now? What? Why is she talking like that? She sounds like someone's playing a tape of her voice all sped up. What's going on here? I can't understand what she's saying. And why is she moving so fast? It's like watching a movie on fast forward. What the hell is... Wait. Could it be... me? Maybe my brain is slowing down somehow. It just looks like everything is speeding up. She sounds concerned, but I don't know. I still couldn't make out what she was saying, so I just nodded weakly. I've made out everything that she said, but, I mean, oh well. My eyes drifted shut as I tried to sort out what was happening to me. Why am I the one that's sick now? I woke up several minutes later. When I opened my eyes, the first thing I saw was the ceiling of the security office. I'm definitely on the couch. I sat up slowly, rubbing tenderly at my head. Is this... Am I gonna get the worst ending possible? Both times from the very beginning. Fi, who had been sitting in front of one of the monitors, stood up and walked over as soon as she heard me move. Okay, since I hadn't read that, I thought Fi had disappeared and was going to get help for me or something.
You okay?
Kind of. Her voice sounded normal again. Listen, my head really hurts, and I think it can only be fixed by a smooch. Can you kiss it to make it better? And she wasn't moving strangely either. Whatever had been happening seemed to have stopped. I let out a quiet sigh of relief. This is also when she's checking all the footage, so the player doesn't have to experience all of that, I guarantee. Yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry about it.
You sure?
Yeah.
That's good. You really looked like you'd lost it for a minute there.
Well, I seem to have found it again. This is the security office. Maybe they've got a lost and found?
Your sanity's pretty easy to miss. I'm surprised anyone found it, let alone turned it in. Well, looks like I don't have anything to worry about.
Yeah. I think I must just be getting tired. Kind of surprised it didn't catch up to me sooner.
I hope that's all it is. You haven't caught a disease or something, have you?
Yeah. For just a moment, I thought of Radical 6. That's where my mind went immediately, too. But I didn't want to worry Fi if I didn't have to. Better stay quiet about it.
Well, you're looking a lot better, so I can stop worrying, right?
What are you, my mom?
Fine. No more check-ins. Anyway, I figured something out while you were resting.
What was
Come
that?
have a look at this.
Okay. What is it?
Footage from room 2 in the crew quarters.
How long ago?
The room where we found Alice and Luna. I dug it out of Gollum's cache.
When was this recorded?
We'll see in a minute.
Up there on the right. That looks like some sort of time
Can
code.
you figure it out?
No. It's just a bunch of numbers. I can't make heads or tails of it.
Yeah. The central server seems to be using its own time system.
I was about to say, the smart thing to do would just be, as soon as the game starts at 0. And that would be midnight or whatever.
Files appear to be named based on that system. They might as well be random to you and me, which made it pretty hard to find this gem.
K. Huh. Oh, it's K.
Yeah.
He looks at his bracelet here. Probably checking how much time is left.
I'll just pause that and magnify it.
21 minutes. I assume this is when Luna was gone. Was there only 20 minutes left when we left? Or when he came to find us? So that means this is footage from... this footage is from 21 minutes before the primary doors opened, right?
Exactly.
And that would have to have been the white doors in this case, right? Because it's yellow.
Yes. After Kay leaves this room, it's about 2 minutes before he comes back with you and me.
There were 20 minutes on the clock when we met up with him, right? So that means what we're seeing here is Kay 1 minute before he saw us.
Right.
That means this is right after he tried to resuscitate Luna.
Yeah, if you believe him. The footage here doesn't show any of that.
Really? Nothing. Are there any other angles?
I looked around, but I couldn't find one. The only stuff left is shot from this position.
Interesting.
Even so, I think we've gotten our hands on something important.
Yeah, Kay was lying. You mean that this is a record of what happened right around the time of Luna's death, right?
Exactly. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's keep going.
Into more files?
I'll move back to the start of this file so we can see it in chronological order. Let's say this is 0 hours, 0 minutes. After all, it's not like we know what time it actually is.
Right.
So, this is the start of our footage.
Okay. There's no one here.
Yeah. About a minute goes by before anyone shows up.
Wait. How do you know it's been a minute?
This.
Yeah, the 4-minute sand dial. It's 4 minutes. She's probably recognized how much time it takes, whatever. Oh, that's the hourglass we used earlier.
Yeah. If I play it back at normal speed, I can measure time using this hourglass. Then I just add the time from the hourglass, and that's how far in we are.
Huh. Oh. Someone's coming in. Clover and Luna. Just taking it all in. Surprised Clover would want that. Oh well. Luna! Is that Clover behind her?
Yeah. This is 0 hours, 1 minute.
Hmm.
Right now you and I are talking to Dio in the Floor B warehouse. With the time frame we've established, calculating what we're doing is pretty easy.
What's going on? Are they fighting? No, it's not really a fight. It looks like Clover's just going off on Luna. Luna's just staying silent and listening to her.
Yeah.
Can we hear them? Is there an audio track? This is the fight that Kay was talking about, but who knows?
Want to listen to it?
Oh, there is! The hell is this?
Don't know. The audio data must have been transcoded into something else.
A wave file. It's not played backwards. It's not sped up. It's not really slowed down. It's like it's scuffed. Well, we won't be able to understand anything in that.
Seen enough?
Excuse me.
I'm going to fast forward a little bit.
Huh?
Clover's interrogation goes on for a while, but it's all pretty much the same thing.
Really?
Now, at 0 hours, 10 minutes, things suddenly change. Here.
Hey! They're gone! As I watched, Clover moved steadily closer to Luna, who backed away almost as if she were frightened. Okay. Clover continued her advance until she disappeared below the bottom edge of the screen. Is there another... No, you said that this was it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no other angles.
This is the only one that I found. Shouldn't be too hard to guess what happened after you've seen the next part, though.
Clover left. She looked like she was kind of panicking.
Yeah. This is about 1 minute and 40 seconds after they both left the frame. So 0 hours, 11 minutes, 40 seconds.
But if she's panicking, I feel as if I'm right with the self-injection thing. Plus, she does have nursing help, or was she... What was she? I don't remember what she had. Only Clover left. Luna's still in the room. Oh, though her heart does stop because the watch is off. Yeah, that's a thing as well. I just remembered. That means...
Hold on. Wait until you've seen the whole thing before you start deducing. At 0 hours, 12 minutes, another person comes in, just missing her.
So 20 seconds after. Dio? What? I thought he had stayed up there that entire time. He's disappeared too. Down below the bottom of this frame. What's he up to?
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that whatever it was, he doesn't want us to know about it.
Why?
Remember what he said when you asked him about Quark?
How the fuck would I know? I've been here.
You're saying he was lying. He wasn't in the floor B warehouse the whole time. He went to the crew quarters after we left him.
Yeah. So what would have been important enough for him to lie about it? We should consider that it might have been something bad.
And whatever it was, it happened during this time?
Yeah, I think so.
Alright. Now he's left. And it looks like he's left in a hurry.
Maybe he heard a noise.
Like what?
The cyan door opening?
In...
Now, 10 seconds after Dio leaves, a fourth person shows up.
What?
That brings us to 0 hours, 13 minutes, 10 seconds.
It's Kay. When he heard Kay open the cyan door, he panicked. Whatever he was up to, he didn't want Kay to catch him at it.
And then Kay disappears too.
Yeah, below the bottom of the frame, just like the others.
If Kay was telling the truth, this is where he begins to try and resuscitate Luna.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, nothing happens for the next 16 minutes.
16 minutes. How long did he say he tried? I'm sorry, this is...
It's just this. So I'll fast forward, alright?
Sure.
Alright, should be around here. One sec. Okay. You should see something you recognize in a minute here.
There's Kay coming in from the bottom of the frame. And he's checking the time on his bracelet. So we've come full circle, huh?
Yeah. We're back to 21 minutes before the primary doors open. For our arbitrary time code, that's 0 hours and 29 minutes. 1 minute later, at 0 hours 30 minutes, Kay heads to the Floor A warehouse.
Once he gets there, he'll tell us about Luna's death.
That's all the footage I wanted to show you. I've looked at it carefully, and I think it has something to tell us.
You mean who killed Luna, right?
Well, I can't say for sure. This footage makes for pretty shaky evidence, but it does suggest a very likely culprit. Who do you think it is?
I mean... I think Clover... Clover doesn't seem... I mean, we've got history together, whatever. Dio, I do not trust at fucking all. I ran over the footage in my head. 0 hours, 1 minute, Clover and Luna enter the room. For 9 minutes, Clover aggressively questions Luna. 0 hours, 10 minutes, they both move out of frame. 0 hours, 11 minutes, 40 seconds, Clover exits the room. 0 hours, 12 minutes, Dio enters the room. Dio also immediately exits the frame. It seems likely that Dio was up to no good during this period. 0 hours, 13 minutes, Dio exits the room. But, of everything, why would Dio come in and immediately head to where Luna is and say nothing at all? Clover we don't see ever again. Clover's done something, but I think she's just like gotten her like stuck in a corner. Like Luna's like cowering or something. Maybe, who knows. And then Dio goes in for the kill. 0 hours, 13 minutes, 10 seconds. Kay enters the room. Kay also disappears from the camera's field of view. At this point, there are 16 minutes where nothing happens. 0 hours, 29 minutes, Kay enters the frame. He looks at his bracelet. It says 0021. The remaining time until the primary doors open. There seems to be only one conclusion. The person who killed Luna is... I don't like the fact that I can actually decide this. I would point it more toward Dio, honestly. Because lies and everything. Clover's just nowhere to be seen. And Kay... too protecting for just a killer. Dio.
What makes you so sure?
He was up to something in there.
And you think that something was killing Luna?
Yeah.
It's not a very strong argument.
Well, none of them are. We can't see what happens. What do you think it is?
Right now, the most likely suspect is Clover.
Yeah, but even still, if it was Clover, what the fuck is Dio doing in there with a dead body? Why? Luna could have still been alive after Clover left the room. Dio and Kay both went into the room after Clover. Either of them could have killed Luna too.
That is true.
Yeah.
This footage isn't enough to tell us who the killer is.
Right.
But if we take one other thing into account, then she starts to look a lot more guilty.
A motive? And what is that other thing?
What Dio said to us at the White Doors. Kay wanted us to go into the White Doors, right?
Mm-hmm.
You told him you wouldn't leave 3 people behind to die. What did Dio say to you?
Use your fucking head for once. You're gonna get us killed.
He would only have said that if he knew that only 2 of us would be going through the door.
You're going to get us killed. Oh yeah, that's right, because we have Lunas. Yeah.
Do you understand?
Dio knew that we had Luna's bracelet. Which would mean he also knew she was dead. Right?
Exactly. If he hadn't known she was dead, he would have said something else. He would have objected the moment Kay suggested we go through the door.
That's impossible. How are they supposed to get through without Luna? That's supposed to be Dio, but oh well.
But he said nothing. Almost as if he never expected her to be there in the first place.
Right. So, wouldn't that lean more toward mine? I mean, yours is still open. Kay's is a little bit closed off more. Wouldn't that mean both of ours are a little bit more... I don't know.
Now why would he do that? I can think of 2 reasonable explanations. Either Luna was already dead when Dio entered room 2 in the crew quarters, or he killed her himself.
Right. I said that, so now we're on even footing. So why are you so suspicious of Clover? I'm still, like, dead even, but I'm leaning more toward Dio, because Clover. Clover's Clover.
If the latter was correct, however, I suspect he would have behaved differently. If Dio had killed Luna, he would have made sure to do something that he thought would cast suspicion off of himself. Most likely, he would have asked about her absence.
Where's Luna? Sigma and Phi won't be able to get through the White Doors without her.
Although it clearly wouldn't provide an ironclad alibi, I imagine he'd think it would make him less suspicious. That's why it's relevant that he said nothing about Luna. Of course, this doesn't mean he's innocent of killing her, but it does make it seem a lot less likely. So, if what I'm saying is correct, what does it mean?
That when Dio entered the room, Luna was already dead.
Exactly. Clover also has a motive.
You mean what Alice noticed?
Yeah. The movement of the AB rooms convinced Alice that Luna had killed the old woman. Once Clover realized that, she probably started to think that Luna had killed Alice to keep her from telling anyone else the truth. She probably led Luna to the crew quarters to confront her. Maybe she hoped seeing Alice's corpse would cause Luna to confess. Maybe she knew something we don't. But Clover didn't get what she wanted. Luna didn't confess. Then, during her interrogation, something happened. It's hard to say what. Luna might have said something that set Clover off.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe she admitted to a crime she didn't commit just to get Clover to stop. Whatever it was, something happened that drove Clover to murder.
Well, I was just about to say, well, murder's not exactly something that she would do. It is something that she would do, but, oh well, I don't know. Why did Clover get the injection gun?
I would guess after she went through the yellow door, she would have been exploring the infirmary with Alice and Kay. That seems the most likely place to find it. Anyway, this is all just a theory, right?
Yes.
We don't have any proof, so keep it quiet, okay?
Yep. I know. Just observe. Oh, there was one last thing. Was there any other footage that showed anything?
No. Nothing to tell us where Clover, Tenmyoji, and Quark went. And nothing about the old woman or Alice's murders either.
So, Zero Senior's identity.
Still unknown.
Okay. Well, let's go find Clover. I guess we're not going to know the truth unless we get it straight from the horse's mouth.
I wonder if Clover's even alive.
Yep. She is. She has to be. Well, I mean, if Dio was gone for a set amount of time and the doors opened, maybe Quark, Tenmyoji, and Clover already went through? Maybe?
I sure hope so.
Oh, excuse me. Get back here. I mean, with all of these different routes, how are we supposed to meet up with everyone? Because they're all just different winding paths. It's not like it's a 0% chance, but there is a chance that we'll never see each other again just because we all, like, walk different directions. And we're back. It's a warehouse A. Okay. That said locked on door 9. No one's here.
Yeah. Alright, let's start looking. We'll go through the crew quarters and work our way toward the elevator. Got it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Cyan door. Okay. What's behind door number 1?
You search rooms 1 and 2.
Will do.
I'll take 3 and 4.
Okay. Got it. I still don't really remember the... Okay, her body was in here. Alice. Luna. So they're both in this room. Okay, so maybe Dio was coming back here to retrieve the knife from Luna. Or not Luna, from Alice's body. And saw that Luna was already dead. I still feel as if, like, it is very much so a self-injection because the gun is so close to her open hand that it just slaps against the ground, it bounces out, and it lays down here. It looks like a very accessible area to someone doing it themselves, But Alice, yeah, Dia's probably retrieving the knife. Luna. The most horrible thing about death is how it turns a person into a thing. It's a thing that looks like your friend. But it's not them anymore. Just a strange, cold shell, and every time you look at it, you feel a little of that coldness creeping in around the edges of your soul. Seeing death puts a heavy ball of lead into your stomach. It just sits there, poisoning you. I turned and left the room.
No good. There's no one in 3 or 4. What about yours?
Same. Nobody in them. Except Alice and Luna. What's that face about? The lead ball pressed against the inside of my abdomen. I leaned back against the wall and let out a long, weary sigh.
What's wrong? You need to get it together.
You're kind of close.
What are we doing right now?
Looking for the others.
Right. I know how you feel, but sitting around being miserable isn't gonna help anybody. Let's go.
Yeah. You're right. Fi turned and headed to the door at the far end. I heaved myself up off the wall and followed. At the infirmary. Okay. Can we find any more of these guns things? It's quiet. Too quiet. Okay. Blood on her finger, blood on her wrist, blood on his side. His bracelet's gone. Or off, excuse me. Or maybe not his, but a bracelet is off. First thing I felt was that strange cold sweat of terror. My stomach clenched in protest, pushing a wave of bile and nausea up into my throat. The lead ball turned to ice, and my legs began to tremble under its weight before they finally gave way and collapsed. They were dead. I could feel it the moment I looked at them, but I didn't want to believe it. They couldn't be dead. Perhaps they were just sleeping. The cool, limp feel of their skin under my shaking fingers dashed any hope I'd had left. I wrapped a trembling hand around the end of the bed and hauled myself up onto it. Even when I closed my eyes, I could still see them. My heart hammered away at my ribs, and my chest felt so tight I could barely breathe. I forced myself to take long, deep breaths. Finally, I opened my eyes.
They were in a blind spot.
What?
The security camera. Remember how we didn't see anything in the real-time feed in the security room?
Oh, so you monitored this room as well. Okay. Yeah. I guess the partition was in the way.
Yeah.
But wouldn't it have taken time to put them here? Even with the partition? Like, we should have seen them come to this room at least once. They're handcuffed together.
Yeah. Whoever did this really didn't want them going anywhere. The chain's been looped around the pipe below the sink.
They would have been trapped here when the doors closed. Why?
Look. See the red marks on their wrists?
Mm-hmm.
They were trying to get the handcuffs off.
Yeah, that's all scuffed. So you're saying it wasn't one of them that did this?
Probably not.
Mm-mm. There's a cut on Tenmyoji's left hand, and in the marks of the sedative. There's a cut on Tenmyoji's left hand. Left hand. Maybe he was trying to defend himself, and the knife went into his hand. And then, what is this? Oh. No, these are the injections of the Soporil and the muscle relaxant. Yeah, that's what those are. Okay, I thought it was just the one. Like, back with, Alice. Or Luna, excuse me. Interesting. So, did he try and claw it off by any chance? Is that what I'm seeing here? It looks like it's probably from a knife or something similar. Must have been deep.
And the blood on his clothes probably came from that wound.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see any others, at least. If this was the only one, it doesn't look fatal. I don't think he died from this cut.
No. Penalty. When the primary doors closed, they couldn't get to them. Yeah, so Quark definitely didn't go through the white door by taking these. The primary doors closed, they couldn't get to them. The needles in their bracelets activated and...
Yeah. You can see the marks on their wrists from where they were injected.
Mm-hmm.
The tubocurarine must have killed them.
Do you think that's why they were handcuffed to the sink?
They wouldn't have been able to get through the white doors without Quark. If someone wanted to use the penalty to kill them, they didn't need to tie them up.
Yep. Yeah, you've got a point. What's wrong?
I take back what I just said.
You find something?
Yeah.
Phi bent down to pick something up and handed it to me. 9 pair cyan bracelet. What were the colors before? Okay, I think this is his as well. A cyan bracelet. And if it's off, that means he's dead as well. This was Quark's.
Correct. It has 9 BP, too. There's no mistake.
So he was already dead. What is Quark's bracelet doing here? Wait, no, hold on. Well, it doesn't look like the pins are sticking out, so maybe he was just able to slide his hand out. If Quark's bracelet is here, then that means...
Your heart stops. Your bracelet comes off.
Yep. No. No. This can't be happening. Not Quark.
Hey, Sigma, calm down.
Okay.
Just because his bracelet's off doesn't mean Quark's dead.
What?
In fact, this could be good news. A ray of hope.
Ray of hope?
Yeah. If Quark still had his bracelet on, then he would have ended up like Tenmyoji and Clover.
Mm-hmm.
But he's not wearing it. That means he might have managed to avoid getting injected with tubocurarine.
Did he chop off his arm? You mean the bracelet came off before the doors closed?
Yeah.
That's impossible. Zero Jr. told us that they only come off when your heart stops or when you escape.
Maybe he got out then.
Right. He's got 9 BP. Wait, so you're saying he escaped, then came back and left his bracelet here? No, that's impossible too. Zero Jr. said that the number 9 door only opens once. Even if he was able to get outside, he couldn't come back in.
Why do you have to be so pessimistic?
I'm being realistic.
Have you actually seen Quark dead, huh? You need to think positive, Sigma.
No, you need to think realistically. I'm trying to think about this realistically. Sigma's pessimistically. Phi is pessimistically, objectively, whatever the fuck.
Reality is
Positively.
what we believe it to be.
Positively. Huh. Really? So you're saying this is what we wanted to happen?
That's enough!
Okay.
Quark is definitely alive. He has to be. He has to be. I refuse to believe he isn't. I can't let an innocent kid like that get killed.
I wanted to ask if she meant Clover and Tenmyoji weren't innocent and had deserved to die, but swallowed my words. Fighting wasn't going to help us. All I could do was hope that Phi was right. Perhaps Quark was still alive. Sigma, okay. What are you doing?
Examining their bodies. Tenmyoji first.
Why?
Clues.
What kind of clues?
Who might have killed them? Finding Quark's bracelet tells us something. If the killer saw it, that would make for an obvious motive.
With Quark's bracelet, Clover and Tenmyoji would have been able to go through the white doors. I hate how slow it goes. The killer handcuffed them to the sink to prevent that.
Right. That's my guess, at least. That's odd.
What's wrong?
I can't find anything.
Huh?
I should have found something.
What?
You remember when we ran into Tenmyoji in the rec room?
Yeah.
He sprayed our wrists with luminol.
Yeah.
I'm sure I saw him pull the spray bottle out of his pocket.
So you think he would still have it on him? And now you can't find it.
Right.
You think the killer took it?
I don't know. I'm gonna take a look at Clover, too. Give me a minute.
Fi knelt down next to Clover as she spoke and began to gingerly examine her corpse. Then, after a moment, I saw her hands stop.
Look. See your thigh?
Not exactly.
Doesn't it look like there's something written there?
Written? Yeah, her finger is in blood, and I mentioned that. I thought the thing on her cheek, but her thing on her cheek is like a tattoo or something decorative. So she's definitely written something. Yeah, it does.
Sorry, I'll have to move your leg a little bit.
910 or 01B, 0 pounds, or she was struggling to like read it from, like, trying to write it so anyone looking at her would be able to read it from the right perspective. Dio, I can only expect. It's written in blood. It must be Tenmyoji's.
It says 016.
6? Maybe. What does that mean?
Hang on. I feel like I've seen that somewhere. 016. 016.
16. 16.
I know I've seen it somewhere. It's no use. Can't remember.
I have a feeling that if I went into, like, different rooms, I'd be able to, like, say something for that and, like, jog her memory. Kind of like with 7 when I bring up Ice 9. Don't get my hopes up like that.
Anyway, these numbers have to have something to do with the killer. She must have written them after she got hit with the soparil. There would have been a few minutes before she went all the way under when she could have done something. I think she probably used those last minutes to tell the rest of us who'd killed her.
016, huh? Maybe, but the only people who could have done it are Kay and Dio. Assuming it wasn't one of us, I mean.
No. There's also Quark. I mean, I'm not saying he did it, just...
Realistically. That is a thing that can happen. Damn it. This is hopeless. I can't keep up anymore. Everything here is a goddamn mystery. Like, what about that old woman we found? Who killed her? The movement of the AB room makes Luna seem the most suspicious. But when would she have done it? And we don't have a good explanation for why she would have wrapped the knife up in the handkerchief. And of course, now Luna's dead too. So who could have killed her? Who could have killed her? The footage from the security camera paired with Dio's behavior makes Clover seem like the most likely suspect. But now we'll never know for sure. Alice's killer is a complete mystery. We don't know what the hell 016 is supposed to mean. We don't have any idea where Quark's gone. What the hell does any of this mean? Who killed everyone? Was it 0? Zero Senior? And who is Zero Senior? What the hell does he want? Why does this game even exist? And why did they kidnap us and bring us here? While we're at it, where is this? When is this? Mysteries, mysteries, mysteries. I feel like my head's about to explode. Please, Fi. Give me something. Anything. A clue. A hint. Come on. You've gotta have something. Come on, Fi. Come on.
Luminol.
Huh?
I think there's a very good chance someone took the spray bottle out of Tenmyoji's pocket.
Right. We've discussed this. Okay. But how is that important?
Well, let me ask you this. Why do you think they took it?
To stop people from spraying them to see the blood? So they could test for blood?
What would they need to do in order to do that?
They just need to spray the bottle at whatever they want to test.
That's it?
No. Wait. You're right. Luminol reacts with organic compounds and glows, but the glow is really faint. So you need to make it dark. You have to turn off the lights in order to see if anything's glowing.
And that would mean?
That would mean... the rec room. Fi and I raced for the door. Yeah. I mean, that's the only room that I knew that the lights could turn on and off. But I didn't know if, like, that was the case in every room. Well, no, we went to the one room that I could turn off the lights, but no one else beyond us should know about that. Fi and I raced for the door. We weren't sure what we'd find, but we knew where we were going. I had a feeling deep in my gut that whatever we found would be the breakthrough I'd been looking for. Seeing all these rooms that we go through for all the puzzles that I have yet to solve really pisses me off. Like, I just want to sit down and solve them. Oh boy. Headed to the rec room. Through the blue door. And here we are. In the rec room that is now quiet. Luminol. Okay. So, the only unaccounted for body that does not have a, bracelet on... We've learned a lot from Ace, haven't we? And your bracelet's kind of hard to take off, honestly. Everything in my head ground to a halt. Even after all I'd seen, a room full of corpses had a profound effect. It was such a ridiculous thought that before I could stop myself, I laughed. That laugh made me think. Was laughter in this situation a defensive response designed to protect a brain from constant emotional bombardment? They say that right before an animal dies, it feels a moment of comfort. Right before death, the brain releases a huge amount of endorphins into the bloodstream. Pain is only a warning signal meant to keep the body to avoid death. But when death becomes a certainty, pain no longer has any issue. Has no use. In fact, that loss of pain can lead to incredible feats on the edge of death. Let's say that two species of animal come under attack from some overwhelming force. All of them are severely wounded and near death. Species A feels pain and species B doesn't. The horrible pain felt by species A prevents them from moving. But because they feel no pain, some of the species B will manage to drag their wounded bodies to safety and survive. As a result, species A is eliminated, and only species B manages to survive. This process of natural selection has been repeated for thousands, no millions of years. All creatures that walk the face of the earth are descended from species B. I'm no exception. That's why I can look at a room full of corpses and laugh. The genes I've been given by a million years of evolution have changed my fears into ecstasy. I guess that means you and I are the only survivors.
Don't make me keep saying it.
Quark.
Quark's still out there somewhere.
Yeah, his body. Yeah. You're right. He is still out there. So would that mean he killed them? I mean, you said it yourself, that there was no way that there was a 10th uninvited player out there when Alice was killed. And we've also refuted the possibility that of Zero Senior being a 10th person. There is no 10th person. There is only people alive. The only people alive are you, me, and Quark. That means...
You're being ridiculous. Look at their bodies. There's an axe buried in Kay's back, and the spear has been thrust all the way through Dio's stomach. Do you really think a child Quark's size could do that?
Yes. Yes, I can. I don't care how much you think of a child's strength. Physics play a huge thing into killing people. Alright then. Are you saying you killed them? I'm just trying to have a little bit of fun with some of this delivery.
And just when would I have done that? I've been with you this whole time.
She was right. After the end of the second round of the AB game, Fi and I hadn't been out of each other's sight. We'd gone through the white door, explored the security office, solved puzzles. All of it together. No, wait. There had been one time. Yep, one time when I wasn't watching. The few minutes in the security office when I'd rested on the couch. Could she have snuck out then? Snuck out then? The rec room and the security office weren't that far away from one another. If the round trip took about a minute, and she'd killed them in 4 minutes, then the whole thing would have only taken her 5 minutes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes, huh? Just how long had I been out? Well, that wasn't really right. I hadn't really been out. I just felt like everything was being fast-forwarded. Probably because my mental processing speed had been dropped. But how long had I been like that? It might have only been felt like a few seconds to me, but it could have been much longer. And where had something like mental processing speed dropping come from? More drugs. Hey. What you doing there, Fi?
Checking their bodies like before. I decided to start with Dio.
Find anything?
Yeah.
I really don't know, like, some of the delivery yet, because I don't know if he's being stern, he's being direct, if he's being suspicious. Like, there's...
Two things, actually.
Oh?
Take a look at this.
If he's being sincere, here's the knife. A knife?
Yeah.
There's something engraved on the blade, too. Myrmidons is the name of the manufacturer?
Don't know. It's not a name I've ever heard of before. But look at the handle. You've seen it before, right?
Mm-hmm. The one in Alice. This is a knife that was stabbed into Alice's chest.
Right. From the looks of it, I guess the blade is about 15 centimeters long. I'd say it's probably about 3 centimeters tall and 3 millimeters wide.
I think I've heard those numbers before.
Like Wound cavity, 150 millimeters. Wound length, 30 millimeters. Wound width, 3 millimeters.
Wait, hold on. Why does... Okay, I just noticed that something in the script, like the wound length from here to here is 30 millimeters, but she said 3 centimeters. But, like, that is technically correct. But why would they flip between? I don't know, that's weird. Yeah, that's it. When Luna scanned the old woman's body, those were the numbers she gave us for the wound.
Right, well, wound cavity would be the depth of the wound. Wound length would be how long it is from top to bottom.
Yep.
And wound width would be how wide the flat end of the wound is.
Yes.
In other words...
Those numbers describe the size and shape of the wound, right?
Right.
Okay, I thought he was gonna declare the knife, but oh well. So if they match, then that means this knife was used to kill the old woman.
Well, I was just eyeballing those measurements, so we can't be sure.
Still, why does Dio have that?
He must have gotten it from Alice.
I know that. What I mean is, why'd he take it? Did he want to destroy the evidence? Maybe he was the one who killed Alice.
That would match up with what we saw.
No, wait. Hold on a second. I'm getting confused here. Alice would have had the knife first, right? She picked it up when she found it wrapped in the handkerchief next to the AB room.
Right.
So Dio took it from her and stabbed her? If that's what happened, why didn't he just take the knife then? Why leave it there for us to see, then come back and get it later?
Well, we can look into that more later. First, I want you to have a look at something else.
And that is... what?
Don't you remember what I said? I found 2 things.
You did?
Knife and...
Soparil.
this.
The key. Did we have that? I thought we had that. Or did Luna have it? Huh. I forget. Was Luna holding on to it? Hey. This is that key.
What do you mean, that key?
We found it in the Golem Bay. Didn't have any idea what it was for then, though. But Alice said it might be important, so she'd hang... Oh, Alice had it. Okay, I couldn't remember who said that they had owned it. So she'd hang on to it just in case.
So, Alice should have had this, right?
Yeah.
And now Dio's got it.
Yeah.
So when Dio took the knife, he also took Kay's key.
Wait. Kay's key?
Oh man. You couldn't figure it out from the shape?
What do you mean?
Get over here.
Okay.
Picture's worth 1,000 words. Let me show you.
She walked over to Kay's head, knelt down on one knee, and pointed the back of it.
You remember this, right?
Oof. Seeing all this blood is weird. Oh yeah. So that's it. It unlocks the suit, right?
Yeah. Let's give it a shot.
Before I had time to prepare myself, Fi shoved the key into the slot and twisted. But... What? Is nothing happening?
It's no good.
What's...
Can't get it open.
Interesting. Why not?
Maybe the suit is powered, and it needs to be on in order to open.
Interesting theory. Interesting theory indeed.
But with this axe in here...
You're saying it shorted the suit out or something?
I think so. At any rate, the key fits perfectly. I don't have any doubt it's for removing Kay's suit.
Do you think Dio knew that when he took it?
I wonder...
So I guess we'll never know what his face really looks like.
Yeah. No way we can get that mask off with our bare hands.
I wonder. I wonder who he was.
Well, I still haven't checked him over. Let's have a look. Maybe we'll find something that'll tell us who he is.
She'd only been searching a few seconds before she stopped and pulled something out of Kay's robes. Robes.
Look,
What is it?
a spray bottle with luminol in it.
Okay, Kay, you're not making this very easy to like you. Oof. Spray bottle with luminol in it. That's the one Tenmyoji had.
Yeah.
Then, does that mean Kay was the one who handcuffed them to the sink?
We don't know yet.
Why not?
Kay might have taken the spray from Tenmyoji after he died.
Right.
It's
Very.
possible he made
yeah.
it through the white doors before we did, went to the infirmary and got this.
And decided to spritz, Theo to see if he's the one who had done it?
Anyway, there's something I want to see. Turn off the lights.
Are you going to check for a luminol reaction? Yeah.
If Kay used the spray before he died, we might still be able to see it.
This is the only room. There's blood everywhere in here, though.
That's okay. If he didn't spray it, there won't be a reaction from any of it.
Right. So if he sprayed, and even if he did, well, no, I was just about to say, even if he did spray and then the blood went on top of it, the luminol was already sprayed, so yeah, it would still react, dumbass.
Come on. All right, do it.
When blood would land on it. Click. Done.
Thanks. Just as I thought. Look, Dio's left wrist.
Okay, your heart rate is gone. Wrist. Underneath. It's underneath the thing. Why? What? Why would there be blood underneath? Blood ran underneath the thing and he couldn't wash it off? The underside of the bracelet is his bracelet is glowing.
Exactly.
But why?
Because there are traces of blood on it.
Whose blood?
We've seen 5 people with serious bleeding. The old woman, Alice, Tenmyoji, and these 2 here. I'm disinclined to think this is Dio or Kay's blood, though.
Yeah.
See? If you look, it's been wiped off. Except for the luminol, the bracelet looks clean. Why would someone wipe blood off a bracelet after being hit with an axe or stabbed with a spear, and then spray it with luminol? It doesn't make sense.
And that leaves the old woman, Alice and Tenmyoji.
Right.
What about Clover? Well, I guess Clover didn't really die or have any blood on them. Clover ended up just using Tenmyoji's blood to write the stuff. You remember what Tenmyoji said to us in this room?
Can I see the other side of your bracelets? Please, just do it.
Do you think Tenmyoji had figured out that one of the bracelets would have had blood on it?
That would have meant he was looking for either Alice's blood or the old woman's.
And blood that can't be washed off from the outside, but underneath it would still have a very faint light coming out from underneath it. Wonder which it is.
No idea. But whatever the case, Tenmyoji seemed to think that whoever had this bracelet was Zero Sr.
Just relax, okay? That's all I needed to know.
What?
Neither one of you is Zero Senior.
Are you saying that because there wasn't any reaction from the luminol?
Yeah?
Whoa, wait. Are you saying that Dio is Zero Senior?
I don't know. The only thing I can say for sure is that there's a possibility that Dio killed the other 6 victims.
Yeah. I don't know about Zero Senior per se, but well, maybe not all 6. Not all other 6, but there's a high possibility that he's at least killed 1 to 2, possibly 3, 1. Let's see. Alice, possibly. Alice or old woman. Well, it's still like jumbled up. Like there could be like mixed matched murders. Who knows? And who killed Dio?
Kay, perhaps?
Yeah, in a last-ditch effort.
After he was attacked, he used the last of his strength.
Another descendant of species B.
Huh?
Nothing. Forget about it. Anyway, if Zero Senior was Dio, then...
All of this would be over. This awful game would be over.
An ambidex gate has been opened.
Okay. Someone is still alive and walking around. That can only be Quirk. Aren't they sensed by bracelets?
45 minutes remain until ambidex game polling closes.
What? What the hell is happening? That's impossible!
Mark.
Quirk? Quirk opened a gate?
Whatever. We need to get back to the Floor A warehouse. Hurry!
Yep. And we'll do that in the next episode. I have a feeling that next episode is probably going to be one of the endings. And then I just have to jump in between everything and each and every other thing. But I don't know. It seems very likely that it would be Quirk, because let's go back through the list. How many bracelets are off? So, starting off, old woman, don't know who she is. Then it was Alice, whose bracelet was off. She was dead. She was stabbed. Followed by a Quirk, just fucked off after a while. Followed by Luna, whose bracelet we saw off, and we also gave to them. Then it was Tenmyoji, who we saw was off, as well as Clover's, who we saw was off. Is that 4 right there? 4? Yeah. And then Kay is in front of us, so we know that's out, and he's basically dead, who's to say, because the whole thing with Ace again. Well, his suit, so... and Dio, that's 6 people dead. And then the one bracelet that just happens to belong with Quirk. So it's weird. We're probably gonna see Quirk leave or something, but where the fuck has Quirk been? Oh well. We'll find out in the next episode, and hopefully you're looking forward to that, because I know I am. In the meantime, I'll leave you with one final message as a final goodbye, in that being, have a nice day.